Hi guys, Coupon Crazy Mom here, Jill Seeley. Today I'm doing my first video review on a beauty product. I was given Sheer Cover Studio, the entire line. So today we're going to try it out. I just opened it out of the box. Never done this before, so bear with me. This has a few different steps for the Sheer Cover line. Step number 1 is Base Perfector, which is a primer. You're supposed to, I've already cleansed my face and added a moisturizer and let it dry. So the next step is to add the primer. Primer is a little, it's like a lotion or a cream. And I'm going to add it all over. It's supposed to give your skin a nice foundation for the minerals to stick to. And it dries with kind of a matte finish. So it just says to apply this all over and give it a minute to set in and dry. The first step that you apply is the concealing step, which you can choose a light, a medium, or a dark set when you place your order, and I chose the medium. My skin's kind of in the middle, plus it's summer, so I have a little bit of a tan, so I chose the medium. It comes with two different slight shades here of a concealer, so you can use the lighter or the darker or mix them together to kind of get the shade that's for you. So this is a concealer. You're going to use this on any of those little imperfections that you see, and you just kind of brush it on lightly. If you have any of those under eye circles, you just kind of brush it in there, and then you want to just kind of blend it in and fan it out. So I have a mirror that I'm looking in. So I'm going to put a little bit under my eye, both eyes. And as you can see, it's blending very quickly. Just kind of feathering it out around the edges on the darker areas. Now I chose the lighter of the two. And again, this being my first time, this might actually be a little too light. As you can see here, it's not blending as well as I'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and try the darker of the two and see if that blends a little better for me. And voila, it does. You can see how that's blending better. There's a couple little dark spots there that I'm covering. And then for me, one of the spots that I always like to try to do a little coverage up on is up on the top of my head here. Camera fell. Up on the top of my head I have a spot that I think is from being in the sun. I'm starting to notice it a lot as I get older. So I'm going to add a little here and blend that in a little bit. So yeah, I think for me that darker of the two shades is going to work a little better as a concealer for me. Okay, the next step is going to be the Brighten step. It's in the same part of the makeup. It's this little white powder here, and you want to add the Brightener, which is like a white color. You want to use it any place that you want highlighted. They recommend brow bone. We're going to start with those brow bones. Also a good place for a brightener is in the corner of the eye here. Okay. Also along the bridge of the nose. Here. Okay. You can always do a little bit on the top of it. under the eye, but on the top here. Adds a little brightness. Okay. Step 3 is the cover. Okay, you can find it here. Step 3 is the cover. This is your foundation. It's going to be a powder foundation. Okay, comes in your kit. So you can see here, it's a powder foundation. So what you're going to want to do with the cover on is tap it upside down a couple times. And you're going to get a little bit of the foundation inside. And you're going to take your big foundation brush and you roll it around in there a little bit, tapping the extra off. Then you're going to start in circular motions. And you're going to cover your entire face. I'm just working on one area at a time. And then I just tap and add more as I need it. And circle. And again, you want to make sure that you get under your chin. And the top of the neck too. You don't want one of those lines. I've seen people that use that liquid foundation. They don't blend it well enough. You get that line under the chin or around the forehead where they've been blended. We don't want that. Okay. Okay, now once you're done with that, step 4 is called Illuminate. It's going to be in a different jar. Okay, it's called Sun-Kissed Bronzing Minerals. There's a couple different shades. The one in the middle has a little bit of a shine to it as well. So you're going to take either a blush brush. It's usually the best for this. Just tap it a few times in there. And then you want to apply any place that you want a little bit of a bronzing. Okay, with a bronzer, I like to do it under the cheekbone. I have kind of a round face. It accents the cheeks a little bit, makes them look a little thinner. And then you go up and around temple. Quick dab across the top, down the nose, then chin. That's it. Okay. So now I'm looking closely in the mirror and I am seeing a definite coverage, which is actually a little more from a powder than I thought I'd be able to get. Usually I've been your traditional concealer, rub in your foundation, and then pat on some powder to set kind of girl. And I'm actually surprised at the coverage that I am getting from a powder. The last step is going to be the mascara that they include. It's a lengthening mascara. It's a 2-step process. The first step is regular mascara. Okay, now while this is wet, you kind of have to work fast because while this is wet, you're going to add step 2 to your eyelash. So you want to do one eye at a time, and you want to work, either top or bottom separately. So once you get a nice base, actually this mascara is actually really great even without adding the second step. I don't know if you can see the difference already between this eye and this eye. I could totally see the difference. I'll show you now this is supposed to be mascara. It adds fibers to your lashes, and it's supposed to make, extend your lashes. And you have to work with it while it's still wet. Can you see what that's doing there? It's like, almost feels like cotton. You can see it, it's white. And you're actually sticking it to your lashes, the wet mascara. and it actually is extending my lashes. Now, I'm sure you can see, because I can totally see the difference between the two. Now we're just going to go over the fibers quickly with the black mascara to cover the fibers. I mean, this is crazy. You can see it working right before your eyes. I mean, look at this eye with nothing on it compared to this eye. That's pretty cool. I think it's pretty huge. So let me get a little closer. Compared to this eye with nothing on it. And this is the eye with the stuff on it. So I think this mascara was pretty good without even using the fibers. So then adding the fibers, I mean, they're huge. It's amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second eye now. So again, I'm just adding the mascara. To the lashes. Then adding the fibers. Now this is going to be tricky, I think, for some people if you're not used to using a mascara all the time. I use mascara every day, and I have contact lenses that I put in and out every day, so I'm pretty used to, you know, messing with my eyes and my eyebrows, my eyelashes every day. But I could see how this might be a problem for some people if they're not comfortable with that step. So, you know, it might not be something for beginners, maybe. But if you've done that a million times like I have, then it's probably going to be fine for you too. Alright, now I got a little on my eyelash, on my eyebrow here, so I'm just going to wipe that off a little bit. And there's the mascara on the eyelashes. It's pretty awesome. This is better than any mascara I've ever tried, to be honest with you. Okay. So there you have it. It's pretty quick. I think for the first time that I've ever done something like this, I think it's pretty quick. I probably wouldn't spend this much time every day doing it. I think now that I have the steps down, I could probably do it in maybe 3 to 4 minutes. The coverage, like I said, is actually totally better than I thought it was going to be. Again, I'm surprised that coming from a powder, I got as much coverage as I did. And I just found a new mascara that I wasn't even planning on trying today, but I love it. So again, if you're looking for what I used today, it is Sheer Cover Studios. And that is the review for today. Hopefully I will get back to you in a few more days with a little update on how I'm liking the makeup and if I'm getting faster at it. Alright, thanks for watching. Cheers!